It's time to roll for Turaco. Welcome back. This is Frank Salazar, and not that long ago, I took some characters that I had created for comics. I designed them on HeroForge.com, where you can make your custom miniature. So I bought the STL files, and I had some of them made into miniatures. Right now, here I have Captain Courage, and is actually a failed miniature. I'm getting it reprinted, and I'm getting them printed at the library. They have a 3D printer. So I got Captain Courage here, and I have Captain Goggles. And, yes, they did print them in white, so they're hard to see all the details. I got Mask Woman here. So I'm gonna give him a quick little oh a paint job, or more of a wash, so you can see a little bit more of the details. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. So we have Captain Courage is going to be the first one. So what was the fail on this one? He had a shield. The shield wasn't being printed out correctly, but I'm getting it reprinted. And only half of it came out, so I cut it off. I heated up a box cutter blade and just carefully seared it off. I used alcohol markers. I had some green alcohol markers, and I went over Captain Courage there a bit, colored his helmet, parts of the body. I wanted the color to pop up a little bit, not pop up, pop out a little bit. And then I used some green fountain pen ink, which I'm just dabbing all over. I'm going for a washout look to see if that looks good or not. Captain Courage here. It's not the cleanest job, but mostly I just want it to be obvious that it's a soldier. That's why I went with all green. A little bit of black there. So, and the phone kept shutting off. So some of these I didn't even record this. But with Captain Goggles here, I just gave him a little bit of a light brushing with the black ink. And I will add more to it. With Mask Woman, use the markers a little bit and just add a little bit of color. And I'm going to go over both of them with the black ink and see how that comes out. Hopefully it does a good job. Although this antenna here, it broke off. I'm not sure if it broke off in the printing or when I was cleaning it. But, it's fine. Battle damage. With Captain Goggles here, I decided not to use alcohol markers first. I added a little bit of coloring on Mask Woman, and I added a little bit more on Captain Courage. But with Captain Goggles, I decided just to use ink. Just use the red ink as the base coloring, then going over it again with more black ink and just trying to blend it in with my fingers. Mask Woman does have a little bit of coloring on her staff and on her outfit. Mostly just adding a lot of black ink. I didn't have purple ink. That would have been cool. Maybe next time. So far, I'm liking how they look. It gives it a very dirty, dingy look, which is what I'm going for. And just adding a little bit more Captain Courage there. He looks weathered. He looks like he's been left out in the sun for quite a while. Now we got the big bottle of ink and seeing if that makes any difference. All this is just fountain pen ink. And just adding a little bit more on Mask Woman. I did have trouble with getting her hair the color that I wanted. I wanted the hair to stand out a little bit more. Look at them in their washed out glory, but I went back and I just grabbed the alcohol markers and added more color over the ink. That's what I use, alcohol markers and fountain pen ink. With Mask Woman, I found it better just to use black marker on her hair. I think that looks a little bit better. Afterwards, I added a little bit more with a marker. These are more of a wash. I wasn't going for very detailed painting, but I just wanted a hint of color. Got Captain Goggles here. And I am aware that he looks like Eggman. That's not what I was going for, but might as well address it because I get it all the time. Mask Woman. A little bit more black marker to her hair. Here's Captain Courage. Now, I do have another Captain Goggles, and I do have a Captain Courage coming soon. I didn't. I might get Masculine reprinted again, so I can have another one. So those I might either just leave as is, or I'll repaint them with some paint. So I might do these also with paint, but for right now, for what they are, it'll work. For what I'm needing for, I just wanted to just use them, and so they kind of stand out a little bit, so you can tell what they are. Because the white plastic, it absorbs a lot of light, so it's really hard to see details. But this gives you a vague idea. After I initially filmed that, I decided to just go ahead and start painting. I found I still had some paints. I had the right colors. So there's Captain Courage. So you can see the greens a lot better. Mask Woman. And so I gave her a little touch up with the purple paints. Might go over it another time, but that'll be off screen, and I'll be posting pictures on Instagram. And here is Captain Goggles. He's got his red coat, his blue shirt and pants, and his green goggles. You might notice. And my goggles are over there somewhere. This has been Frank Salazar for Roll for Truckle, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to roll for Truckle. Subscribe.